Hey everybody, welcome. Andrew Ainsworth Golf Academy. Welcome to the video. Good to have you along. It's going to be a quick one today. I've just had some demo kit delivered from Cobra. Been waiting a little while for it. I know all the reviews are already out there from the big boys. I don't get access to the product early. I've just got to wait for my demo kit to arrive. So some of it's arrived today, and it's the new Cobra Rad Driver. I've got the Rad Speed here today. Today's just going to be a quick hitting video. We'll do a separate video talking to you about the tech and the new design and all the rest of it. I just thought it'd be fun just to put a couple of drivers together here and have a little hit, see how they perform, just kind of get the first impressions of it, because this is the first time I've hit this club, so you're seeing it for the first time as I am. So we'd like to think it's an improvement on the previous driver, the SZ, which was an extremely good driver, but you know, we are mindful in today's modern technology world that there's a limit as to how much golf manufacturers can keep improving drivers. It's going to be small marginal gains, you know, where they put weight, some different shaft options. Remember that all these manufacturers are limited on how fast the ball can come off the club face. The COR, the trampoline effect, is set. The size is set at 460cc. Can't make it any bigger than that. So all these major manufacturers, you know, Titleist, Ping, Callaway, Mizuno, TaylorMade, they're all scrabbling around just to try and get the edge on each other. So we appreciate that. I'm not expecting this driver to go 400 yards. Not that it would do that anyway, unless you were Bryson DeChambeau. But I just want to get a feel for it. You know, the sound, the look, the forgiveness. So let's dive in, hit some shots of it. I'll tell you the spec, and we'll see how we get on. Don't go away. So the spec I've got here, there's three different heads. The one I'm going to hit today is the Rad Speed, which is aimed at sort of faster club speeds. Not saying I've got the fastest club speed in the world, but I should be able to get it up into three figures with a little bit of luck. I've got the 10.5 degree head, which is adjustable, but I've just kept it at 10.5 degrees. We have got the movable weights down on the bottom. And what I've done is I've moved the 12 gram weight from the front to the back. Now the reason I've moved the weight back in the head is to try and help me with my launch. I struggle to get launch with driver, so I've pushed the weight back to try and increase the centre of gravity and get that ball up in the air. I've got fitted a new shaft for me, this one. This is the Even Flow Riptide CB, which I guess stands for counterbalanced. It's in a 6.0 stiff and it's quite light at 50 grams. And interestingly, good or bad, Cobra have cut a lot of their driver lengths here to 46 inches this year. Not sure about that. I'm not a big fan of long driver shafts. Look at the length of the drivers that the Tour Pros use. You know, 44, 44 and a half, 45 inches, very common. They say the reason a lot of the Tour Pros won't use longer shafted drivers, it makes it more difficult to hit the middle of the club. So I'm always a little bit mystified why golf manufacturers are still go down this route of longer shafts. I guess every now and again the average golfer is going to catch one with a longer shaft drive and it's going to go a little bit further. But will that sacrifice being able to find the middle of the club? So it's 46 inches long. I'll be gripping down the club a little bit here. Let's hit some. I've got Titleist Pro V1 balls on the deck. Where am I? I've had some additional courses for my software during this latest lockdown. I'm on the road hole at the old course at St Andrews, where you actually have to drive over the edge of the hotel. So it's a blind tee shot. Fairway sits down here. So yeah, it's not a tee shot for the faint-hearted, this one. Anything that turns over, anything overdrawing or hooking will pick up the left-hand rough. So let's go. Give you a little shot from above. They've got these almost reminiscent of the Ping. I don't know if you can spot it on here. There's almost like two little sort of turbulator type. There's three actually. There's four now I look at it. There's one, two, three, four little sort of rises in the club face. Not that high, so I guess that's something to do with the aerodynamics of the club. So they've obviously nicked a little bit of Ping's sort of ideas from here. But so this is not a techie video, this is a hitting video. Let's go. It's a lovely matte finish. I do like the matte finish more than the glossy black that was on the SZ. Quite stealthy looking. Oh, that was a good strike if it stays in bounds. Just about hanging on. Pitched in the semi-rough, so it's not got a lot. It's come back on the fairway. Done quite well for itself, that one. Hit that pretty good. I've got GC2 HMT running here, so we should get all the information. Quite high for me there. First thing we can see there is that it was a mid-centre strike. We've got a clubhead speed of 105.2 miles an hour. Let's get into the performance data. So that's given me a ball speed of about 145 miles an hour, smash factor, which I don't pay much attention to, of 1.38. Carry distance of 240 with a backspin rate of 3,000, which is a little bit on the high side. I'd like to get that backspin rate down to 2.3. And predicted run out there of 271. Did pitch chip in the rough. 14.4 launch and an attack angle of 1.3 up, which again, I struggle to hit up with driver. So, not bad, I'll take that. How did it feel? Great. Sound? I know we're indoors here, so we will get a little bit of reverberation, stroke echoing going on, but certainly not the noisiest driver I've ever hit. I'm very interested to get the G425 in because I keep looking at reviews and people keep going on about the noise of the new G425 being quite loud. Anyway, this isn't on the scale of things that loud. Let's go again. And that was an interesting one. This will test the playability. Right off the bottom of the club, that one. Very bottomy. Straight. Should show strike location there as being centre, but down at the bottom I would guess. Look at the flight of that. Very, very low. Yeah. So there's my strike location. Low centre. Okay. The GC2 divides the club up into segments on this particular one, so it probably wasn't that bad. It's probably more in this sort of area, but definitely low. Could tell as I hit it. Oh, I've actually got a strike mark there. Don't think the camera will pick it up, but it was very, very low. It's down there. Okay, so low strike. Club speed and ball speed stayed pretty good for a bad strike. Because it was such a low strike, the launch angle's down, the spin's still up, and the carry, as you can see, big drop off there and carry down to 217. Quite a bit of run on it, getting it out to 260. These fairways are set to hard and dry, so poor strike, good result. That's what it's all about with a driver, isn't it? I know I'm not going to hit everything out in the middle, so I kind of want to know what's going to happen when I don't quite find the centre. So far so good. Well, that was good. That, I would say, is about as good as I'm going to hit it in this test. That felt bang out the middle. It's down the middle. It's just run out to 272. 238. So I'm still, this is interesting. I am still struggling a little bit here with the spin. Impact location was a little bit towards the toe. Club speed's up at 146. Sorry, ball speed. 238 carry running out to 272. 11.5 launch. But look at that spin rate at 3,100. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to pause the tape. I'm going to take the big weight out to the back and move that forward. I won't change the loft. I'll leave that at 10.5, and I'll see if I can get that spin down. If I can get that spin off by sort of 500 revs, I reckon I can get that carry distance up to about 250, which is getting close to my max these days. So let me do that. I'll spin the weights round and we'll try again. Stay tuned. Right, weight has now gone forward. The 12-gram weight has moved out of the back into the front. Changing the centre of gravity should help get some of that spin off the ball. Let's see if that helps. It's at 10.5 loft, still at the same shaft. Right out the toe, pitch on the cart path. Oh, did it pitch on the path or in the rough? That was bad strike. Good result, bad strike. Let me try and get a better one for you. 214 carry. Again, really good result from a very poor strike. Let's see if we can launch one, shall we? Oh yes. Oh yes. Here we go. It's going to run out of fairway, that one. It's actually finished in the weeds because I've hit it a little bit too left. But put that aside for a minute. I should have started that more to the right hand side. This is just now starting to show us just how important it is to, when you go for a driver fitting, to really move things around, you know, swap things about until you get the right setting. Hit that really good. Got my ball speed up to just shy of 150, which isn't bad for an old man, is it? 251 carry. Said previous to that, I reckon there was about 250 carry in it. And look how I got the spin down. Now you could argue that backspin rate does have a lot to do with strike location. You know, where you hit the ball and the club face can affect the spin rate. And I get that. But moving this weight forward, I think will help. Launched at 12, spun it at 2300, and I got that 251 carry. Very good. I'm going to hit one more. Bang out the middle, that one. Don't think I can beat that. Just need to start it a bit more to the right. I hope we draw it. Ooh, that's, oh my word. Check this one out, guys. Yay. It's on the roof. It's on the roof of the hotel. I think we would call that one solidly out of bounds. Reload. Played for the draw. Hit a nice big block to the right. Strike wasn't bad actually. Come on. Find that fairway, Andrew. Stay behind it. Hit up in it. Beat a ball. Might be okay. It was a bit necky. Felt a bit heely, but it's in play. A little bit of a down slope there, which kicks it back into the fairway. Run out to 270, carried 232, not my best strike, a bit necky. So there we go, there's a quick hit with the new Cobra Rad Speed Driver. How would I sum that up? It's a good driver. Is it better than the SZ? Don't know. Jury's out for me on that one. I think they're very similar. I think if I had the Cobra SZ for last year's model, would I be changing to this one in a hurry? Probably not. If I had the model before that one or the model before that, I'd be all over this like a rash, I tell you. But I don't know how much better it is than the previous model. Maybe a little bit more forgiving. Any longer? I don't think so. Don't think so. Some nice shafts in the range, which I'll dip into in some future videos. Price wise, not 100% on this at the moment. I think the retail price in the UK will be £349 for this driver. I think that's where it will sit. And so there we go. Thanks for watching. Post your comments down below. And I'll be back soon. Bye for now.